is the ESPN LA USC Trojan Media Network.
Presented by Pechanga Resort Casino.
Are you ready for some football?
And here we go, Saturday, October 11th, 2025. It is time for the game we've waited for. It's been circled.
You are listening to USC Football, presented by Pechanga Resort Casino.
Touchdown, USC! After the bye weekend, after that bad day in Champaign, Illinois, time to beat down the Michigan Wolverines. Our USC Trojans back at home and a battle today with Michigan. Time for a little payback after last season.
A couple opportunities to close the door and get finished one play short.
USC Michigan this afternoon at the Coliseum.
Ignition sequence start. 5, 4, 3.
2 hours until kickoff.
Liftoff.
We count you down right now. USC Michigan, let's go. Fight on.
This is the Trojan Tailgate Show, presented by YETI.
And the Trojans take over on down. How do you do?
Brought to you by
YETI. We make gear that helps you stay out longer, travel farther, and live harder.
Pechanga Resort Casino, proud partner of USC Football.
Stone Brewing, proud partner of USC Athletics.
And by Invesco QQQ, the official ETF partner of the USC Trojans.
And Mayava took the football the distance into the end zone for a Trojan touchdown.
On your home of the Trojans.
Now, here's the Trojan Tailgate Show with Jordan Moore.
Sean Cody, Sua Cravens,
and Cody Kessler.
Hello and welcome to the Trojan Tailgate Show, presented by YETI. We are live inside the Los Angeles Memorial Coliseum, expecting a sellout on this beautiful Los Angeles afternoon for USC versus Michigan. Two iconic programs set to square off inside this beautiful stadium behind us. I am Jordan Moore alongside the All-American Sean Cody, our playmaker Sua Cravens, and the quarterback Cody Kessler. And guys, you only get sort of one or two of these a year that just feel truly like a special day, a special game is brewing at home. You get Michigan to come out here. This is what it's all about.
Yeah, last year with a chance to go out to the big house and see that, the mystique that goes around that. This year, get to have them to our place. It feels like a special one today. A lot of amazing blue out there, a lot of Cardinal gold. Should be a fun setting for college football.
You ready for this one, Sua?
It's a classic matchup. I can't wait. East Coast versus West Coast. I wish they were wearing their blue uniforms and we were wearing our red uniform. That would be great. This is a great game for that, yes.
Yeah. Hey, Cody, this is what, when you join the Big Ten, this is what's fun about it, right? I mean, you just never would get a Michigan to come into your building in previous years.
Yeah, and I'm hoping that this will be a rivalry going forward. I know you're going to mix up some of these schedules going forward with, playing Ohio State, playing Penn State, playing Michigan, but I hope this becomes a game that we can look forward to year in and year out. And the thing I love most about this is it's always beneficial for the team that gets to stay home.
Taken losses early on in this season. Michigan lost to Oklahoma, and the Trojans are coming off a loss against Illinois. Sean, certainly a day where the Trojans were nowhere near full strength, but also kind of exposed some things. Let's start on the offensive side of the football. It was still a pretty good afternoon. Jaden Mayava hit his first little bump of adversity, but came through it. Yeah,
Jaden, if you go back and watch that game, Jaden had his first interception of the year. Up until that point, he was playing well, had a little hiccup there, didn't read the linebacker dropping off into that zone area, and he gets the pick right there. And then the next series, you see him, and he kind of has some bad throws, right? Little highs, little inaccurate with the ball, looked uncomfortable a little bit. Lincoln Riley pulls him aside on the sideline, has all the faith in him, tells him, we need you in this game, and he bounces back and finishes out that one strong. So that's a good sign. That interception was going to come at some point. He had to see his way through it, find the adversity, and he's battled back.
So I think if he balls out today, he's a Heisman candidate. I'm just looking at things and the way it's shaken out. It's been such a unique year around the country. 1 and 2 preseason teams in the country are both out of the top 25. All those quarterbacks that were supposed to be the Heisman candidates are not. So now they're kind of looking at people to fill those spots. And I'm looking at Jaden Mayava's stats. They're right there. Now he gets a showcase opportunity to sort of put a signature win behind those stats.
I'd argue he already is a Heisman candidate. And with a week off, I think he still leads the Big Ten in passing yards. So that speaks to how well he's been playing. He's handled adversity, as Sean said, and I know it's a team award, so it's not necessarily 100% based on your individual performance. If he wants to really have a chance of winning a Heisman, he's got to be in Big Ten championship contention, but he can do that today and make a statement towards his case.
And to do so, he's going to have to continue to rely on Mekhi Lemon, Cody, and that is a great place to be for
Rediscover your perfect combination at Pechanga Resort Casino, where you can be an impact player, a clutch hitter, or a wild card. No matter what your game is, the excitement and relaxation you're looking for is here. So get back to the fun and play your perfect combination at Pechanga Resort Casino.
You've earned this, so hold it up high. You put on the biggest event of the year every single weekend, surviving the strongest storms, meeting chaos with composure. You roll up your sleeves to roll out the red carpet, because the end of the night for you is the beginning of the rest of their lives. You are a fighter, and this is your reward. Modelo, the mark of a fighter.
I'm 1,000 miles from nowhere, and there's no place I'd rather be.
calling. Embrace the thrill of the drive. The next chapter of Audi is here. The fully electric Audi Q6 e-tron.
Sir, it seems that the Gladiator is getting a lot of positive social sentiment.
Innovation changes everything. With one investment, you can access the NASDAQ 100 innovators who are rethinking the world. Before investing, carefully read and consider fund investment objectives, risks, charges, expenses, and more in prospectus at Invesco.com.
Intensity doesn't ask for permission. In the fit, it's presence. On the turf, it's power. In the gym, that's discipline. In the shadows, under pressure, off the clock. There's no on or off. It's just who I am.
And we're back, guys. I think we killed it. Don't you think so far? I think it's the best show of the season so far. What do you say, Sean?
We're performing like it's a big game today.
Yeah, got to step up. Was this like a metaphor of we were talking about things that weren't going great in Illinois, and now we got to respond to adversity, guys.
We're just testing the real Trojan Tailgate fans.
Yeah,
We're seeing
if there's
stuck
any
with
of
us
you still out there,
through the technical
hopefully
difficulties.
we could start it all over again. But appreciate anyone that hung in there, and hopefully some people jumping back into this, and we'll just pick up in theory where we're supposed to be, which is talking about this offense. And Cody, what were you going to highlight during the offensive game plan?
Oh, we're not getting the video?
I don't know.
Okay, well, I was just going to talk. I mean, it's tough, when you have those losses to take positives from that. But one of the positives we did have is Mekhi Lemon. And it was basically going to be a Mekhi Lemon appreciation segment. Now I'm hearing that Gia says we have the video. Are we? Yeah, run it. Let's go ahead. Let's give Mekhi Lemon a little love, man. I want to show what he's been doing. And I said earlier that he's the best receiver in college football right now. This first play here, he's going to run a seam. He's got to get to the hash, though. I would like for him to go outside, but he understands he can't. So he gets underneath that linebacker, pushes back up vertically, and gets to his landmark. Jaden Maiava does a great job. He has pressure in his face. He knows he's going to take a hit, but he still gets the ball out there. But the best thing that I love about Mekhi Lemon right now is his ability to put his body on the line. Look at that. He knows he's going to get hit. He knows there's three guys around him. It's not going to be an easy catch. You're in traffic, but you have to make those big plays if you want to be a star receiver, and that's all that Mekhi Lemon does. The next play, again, he's going to work up here on the bottom of your screen, and he's just going to find the hole in the zone. He's going to get to the hash. Jaden Maiava is going to break outside of the pocket, understand that he has to get outside contain, and then he just finds number 6 down the field. If you want to play in the NFL, if you want to be a big-time receiver, you have to make contested catches just like that, and Mekhi Lemon does it day in and day out every single week on film, and it's so impressive to see. He's not afraid to put his body on the line. And then the last one here, I just got to show love to him. This could have been, woulda, shoulda, coulda been the potential go-ahead game-winning touchdown, but he has a little seam route right here, and he's going to run to it at the back corner of the end zone, but he does a great job of getting vertical, pressing up on the DB's toes, and then working to the corner. And this is an and one, too. I know we're not getting the calls. I'm not going to give any more hard times to the rest, but this is an unbelievable catch by Mekhi Lemon. Great back shoulder throw. There's a lot of great receivers, Jordan, that played here at USC. Right now, if he keeps it up, Mekhi Lemon is going to be the next one.
No doubt. Some pretty great throws in there, too, by Jaden Maiava, who was under some pressure late in that game and got to have it situations. One thing I thought that was interesting when we talked to Lincoln Riley this week, Sean, on Trojans Live, it sounded like there was no plan to play Jacoby Lane, and he just kind of gutted it out and could see that things weren't going well. And in a lot of ways stepped up for his guys, because the moment Jacoby's out there, it changes the equation for any defense, even if he is compromised.
Yeah, when you're a defense and you're out there and you got to stop one guy, Mekhi Lemon, you saw that safety clouding over the top on him a bunch, especially in that second half. And I'm sure Jacoby was talked to on the sideline, hey, bud, we need you out there to draw some eyes at least. And he even had some catches out there. Look at 4 catches for 39 yards. So he did some work. That was with a banged up shoulder. So Coach Lincoln really praised him for going in there despite being banged up, being a warrior, fighting for his team, and it really wasn't the production, but more so just drawing the eyes so Mekhi could get a little more space.
Sua, speaking of Warriors, I just love the way the tight ends played in this game, and let's be honest, all season Lake has been fantastic. He's been explosive. He's the second leading receiver in the Big Ten in yards per catch, but they took some shots in this game. A couple throws that were a little bit high. They still went up and got him and held on to him.
The Titans are a very important part of the Lincoln Riley offense. When they're involved, that's when Lincoln's at his best, I think, play calling, and that's when the offense is most dynamic. It keeps those linebackers off balance all game long, and when they're willing to make those gritty catches when you need them on those third and shorts, it allows you to run boot, allows you to run the football. Hats off to the Titans so far this season.
Boom.
All right, we're back, hopefully for good here. We are going to talk about the defense coming up next. I think just a shout-out to men's basketball. Get your deposits in. Men's basketball season is coming up, usctrojans.com/tickets. Let's get into the defense next on the Trojan Tailgate Show presented by YETI.
What if you could use retirement accounts to invest in crypto? With iTrust Capital, you can. iTrust Capital allows you to invest in your favorite crypto assets 24/7 with the tax benefits of an IRA. So instead of paying taxes on your crypto gains every year, you can defer taxes till you retire using an iTrust IRA. Or with an iTrust Roth IRA, you can withdraw tax-free at retirement because you're in this for the long haul. Start investing today at iTrustCapital.com.
As a lifestyle guard, I help people live their best day in the sun. That means keeping the games going. Coming to the rescue when the floaty is too floppy. And delivering high noon when the cooler's empty.
Oh, do you have any peach?
By noon, sun's up.
Join me as I take a deep dive into the least insulted ticketing app in history, SeatGeek. Did SeatGeek invent the ticket?
No, but we do make them work.
Drum roll, please. Ooh, how do I use the seat view feature?
It shows seats with a pole blocking the view. Don't buy those.
What if I want to sit behind a pole?
Buy those.
Join me as I bore you to death with a series of interviews about a ticketing app that just does what it's supposed to do.
You've earned this, so hold it up high. You might not be related, but you're still family. You don't just give an extra hand. You give your whole heart and a whole lot of muscle. Because it feels good to raise up the community that raised you. You are a fighter, and this is your reward. Modelo, the mark of a fighter.
Ralph's, you get high quality and low prices, so you never have to compromise your budget. Save on thousands of items throughout the store. Ralph's, fresh for everyone. And don't let someone else drive off in the Audi model you've always wanted. Visit your Southern California Audi dealer to get behind the wheel of yours today, or visit SoCalAudiDealers.com for more information. If you want the inside scoop on this game and all things Trojans, be sure to sign up for the Three Torches presented by Smart & Final. It's a free newsletter. It'll hit your email inbox 3 times a week with game info, player insights, and more. Go to USCTrojans.com/3 Torches and sign up. There we are. All connected and ready to go for the defensive game plan on the Trojan Tailgate Show presented by YETI. Let's hit it. Defensive game plan. Here's Sue.
The USC Trojans defensive game plan is brought to you by LifeLaw.
Injury law made simple.
Announced a few times this year, I'm a new guy. I've grown. I am not living in the past. So there is no defensive game plan this week because I'm not going to beat a dead horse. We know the issues. I'm not ignoring the elephant in the room. We've got to stop this or fix this leaky run game, and obviously we've got some injuries and other issues in the secondary. But my game plan for today, Bryce Underwood is a 5-star, yes. Has he ever played in the Coliseum? No. Has he been tested early in the season? Yes, so he won't necessarily be shook by the sold-out crowd. But this is a guy who's only thrown a couple touchdowns this season. USC's going to have to trust their secondary. I know, stick with me. They're going to have to trust their secondary to make Mr. Underwood throw, because if Justin Haynes gets more than 30 carries today, I think he's going for 200-plus yards. So game plan, have to crowd the box.
Yeah, I mean, that's basically the game plan today. You see all the stats on this one, Jordan, and you think, man, well, all we got to do is stuff all the guys up in there. But then the problem with that is like Sue says, our back end's been struggling. They're kind of figuring it out back there, and especially last week you lost 2 weeks ago you lose Kamari, your leader's back there who's really been getting guys lined up, and you see the mess that creates back there. So you really got to put this one. To me, it's on the front seven. Those guys got to come to life today. They got to make some splash plays. They got to, like you saw in Illinois. When that front seven can't put pressure on the quarterback, that back end's going to really struggle.
Yeah, the good news about the Kamari thing is it seems like it was a short-term thing, an illness or food poisoning or something on that end. So you should have him back in his spot today. I think when it comes to the front, you just kind of have to hope Illinois was an anomaly, that the front that we were excited about going into that game just had kind of a low-energy day and didn't really show up to the office because they just played a lot out of 2nd and 4. And if you're not going to be good in the back end, you can't be playing out of 2nd and 4 all day.
Yeah, it looked lethargic up front, if I'm being honest. You saw guys that didn't look like they were ready to go all day. It was, 2nd, 3rd, short yardage, so you can't really pin your ears back and get ready to go. You could get runner passing those down, but you just didn't see it physical. You got to earn your pass rushes, Jordan. You got to go out there. To get to 3rd down and longs, you got to play a 1st down. You got to play a 2nd down. You got to be tough in the run game. You got to fit your double team. You got to do all the hard things to get that reward, and it just wasn't there last Saturday against Illinois, and that's a shame because up until this point, that was been one of the bright spots on this team was how that front was rotating and the guys they were maneuvering. So a bump in the way here. How do they respond after a bad game?
Yeah, I still believe it could be again. I'm not convinced that what we saw in Illinois is going to be what we see for every game for the rest of the season. I think we will see that group bounce back. I do think that the issue in the secondary is a lot of youth, Sua. And so when I ask you about cornerback, I'm curious because, in my opinion, I don't know if you agree with this, I think cornerback right now, the way the rules are, is probably the second most difficult position to play, besides obviously quarterback. I'm curious now, youth at that position, is it a difficult position to play freshman? Now, USC's certainly trying to do some of that, and then you throw in everyone trying to think that Alex Graham's going to fix everything. Well, he's just another freshman, so how hard is it for freshmen to play at that position?
It's extremely difficult. I say it all the time. If I didn't graduate early and get to SC to get those reps all through the spring and get caught up with the talent and strength of these juniors and seniors, I couldn't imagine actually playing and being productive on the field. So when you got guys thrusted into a position that they're not necessarily ready for physically, it's a lot to handle already. And then that's not even talking about the mental aspect of the game where you have to know the playbook. You got to know the audibles. You got to know formations and 2x2 concepts and 3x1 and short yardage. All that goes into playing, which obviously these young guys don't have a ton of experience.
And going off of that as a quarterback, we know that. So
Right.
I'm going into a game, at least in that week in practice, I'm saying, hey, we're targeting this young corner 3 or 4 times on the first 2 drives. I need you to show that you can stop Marquise Lee. I need to see you cover Nelson Aguilar. I need to know that you can play man on Juju Smith-Schuster, because if you can't, it's going to be a long game. But it's been frustrating because we do have some veteran present there with Carlos Nicholson and then DJ Harvey, who transferred over from San Jose State. I loved his film. It just hasn't transitioned over here to Danton Lynn's defense. It's been frustrating. But, yeah, if we want to be contenders this year in the Big Ten, some of these young guys are going to have to step
Cody's
up.
100% right. Quarterbacks know it. They try to pick on you, and like when Cody tried to pick on me my freshman year and I took it to the house a few times, they were like, yeah, that's not a freshman, man. I don't know what that is. We've never seen it before.
Well, what happened in the NFL, too? That first game we played,
I had 4 PBUs, and then I had a concussion and woke up in the locker room.
We have talked about that game, I think, more than any game we've ever talked about. I don't even know who played in that game. This is a Browns-Washington Redskins
we won.
game we're talking about?
He had the nerve to attack me on my home field.
The key then today, Sean, I think part of it, too, was Illinois had a really veteran quarterback. So everything Cody's talking about, he was processing and he was figuring out. Today, the question, I think, a little bit is, can Michigan's freshman quarterback do the same thing?
Yeah, you're going to want to put a little different quarterback. I think today, you got a guy who can move around with his feet a little bit. In young Bryce, he's Bryce Underwood. I think he could do it with his feet a little bit more. So I think that really the challenge today is get in that box. You got to stop Justice Haynes. You got to stop Marshall in that box. You got to stop the run game. Then on the back end, you got to do just enough, I think, just to to not let Bryce Underwood beat you. So that's the question mark for me in the game today. What's the game plan going into that? How many guys are you going to see in that box against the run game?
Let's talk about the Women's Volleyball Cup. Calling all kids here. A great opportunity to bring the kids out to Galen Center. Mark your calendars for Sunday, October 26th for that one, as USC is taking on the Washington Huskies. That is a noon start. Free fanny packs for the first 500 kids. USCTrojans.com/promos. Hey, this game is going to be decided up front. That's what we're talking about next on the Trojan Tailgate Show presented by YETI.
Personal injury suits can be scary and full of questions. How can I pay for it? If I've been in an accident, who fixes my car? Who pays my medical bills? And will it all be worth it in the end? LifeLaw simplifies the process, answering your questions and more by providing 24/7 support that's clear and precise, while offering the latest in technology to let you know where your case stands at all times. Good news. LifeLaw. Injury law.
Being the best takes hard work. It takes early mornings, planning, precision, sweat, sacrifice, and teamwork. That's why Old Dominion Freight Line, the #1 national LTL carrier for quality, works hard to be the best in the game and is proud to support those striving to be the best in their game. Old Dominion Freight Line, helping the world keep promises.
Hey man, do you have a non-alcoholic beer that
actually tastes good? I think you mean athletic.
Excuse me? Do you have that great non-alcoholic beer?
I'll set it.
Found it.
Do you have a favorite non-alcoholic beer on the menu? Ah.
Athletic it is.
She's funny.
Sir, it seems that the Gladiator is getting a lot of positive social sentiment.
Innovation changes everything. With one investment, you can access the NASDAQ 100 innovators who are rethinking the world. Before investing, carefully read and consider fund investment objectives, risks, charges, expenses, and more in prospectus at Invesco.com.
Introducing Celaya Tequila, brought to you by USC football legends Matt and Ryan Khalil. Celebrate your story with a homegrown spirit, Celaya Tequila. And hey, Trojan fans, at Ralph's you get high quality and low prices, so you never have to compromise your budget. Save on thousands of items throughout the store. Ralph's, fresh for everyone. And Trojan fans, listen to USC football and all the biggest college football and basketball games on the TuneIn app. It's free internet radio. We've got one of the biggest college football games of the season right here in front of us today inside the historic Los Angeles Memorial Coliseum. I'm Jordan Moore, Sean Cody, Sua Cravens, Cody Kessler. This is the Trojan Tailgate Show presented by YETI. It's time for this week's Impact Matchup.
The USC Impact Matchup of the Week is brought to you by Invesco QQQ.
Invesco QQQ. Explore with Invesco QQQ. Fight on.
Fight on.
Now, the Impact Matchup of the Week.
All right, my Impact matchup this week, guys. I'm looking at the offensive line for USC because I'm thinking back to the way that game went last season. I know everyone's talking about USC's defense, but I do think that USC's offense will be tested today like it has not been tested at any point so far this season. So how will those guys hold up? And last year, Sean, it was the interior of Michigan's defensive line. I mean, those guys ended up, a couple of them going to the NFL, so they were obviously big-time players. The edge guys stood out to me in what I've watched so far, but just in general, Michigan is trying to dominate this game up front.
Yeah, we think about last year, you think about Mason Graham, who goes first round. I think Kenneth Grant, he went first day or second day or something. So two big guys inside that kind of, wore us out in the end. Elijah Page struggled last year as a kind of a rookie out there on the edge with the outside rush. So it was a tough day last year, but they got over that, moved on in the year, and now it's a new Michigan defense. Really, like you said, Jordan, a lot better on the edge. Jayshawn Barham, Derek Moore, I like Rashawn Benny inside. He's a good inside guy. So we got some more guys on the outside as opposed to last year, where I think the strength was on the inside.
Yeah, we're watching highlights from last season, and this was one actually I thought Miller Moss played a pretty great game because he took a beating in this one, and so you do not want Jade Mayava to be on the receiving end.
No, we got to keep him clean, and they've done a relatively good job so far, but
done a great job so far. Yeah, 3 sacks all season.
But injuries on the O-line might change things, especially against a front like this, and this is a top 10 defense against the run. So I'm interested to see how USC plans to balance that attack today.
The big thing for me, Cody, was watching the Nebraska game, and that was a game on the road, so typically your pass rush is much better at home than it is on the road. But they were on the road in Lincoln, Nebraska, 7 sacks against Dylan Raiola. They won that game.
Yeah, and Sean mentioned it. Jayshawn Barham and then Derek Moore. Those are the two guys that we have to key in this game. You've got to get chips on them. You've got to get help from the running back, from the tight ends. But the problem is Wink Martindale knows how to dial up a game plan. He's going to create one-on-one matchups all over the field. He wants to know if your tackles can block our ends, and we're going to put pressure on you constantly. And then when you think they're bringing everybody, they'll drop everybody out into coverage, and then they want your quarterback to force a bad throw. So we have to be perfect on offense this week.
What the heck is Raiola doing out there, man? He's holding the ball forever. If I could tell Jaden one thing, though, let's get 1, 2, 3. We're getting rid of that ball.
Look at that.
Cody, we're getting rid of that ball. Raiola's out there holding the ball forever, man. I watched that game. He was too long with the ball.
I think another factor, though, too, that we didn't have last year, no knock on Miller Moss, but Jade Mayava is a better athlete. So he can take off and run. He can also get outside the pocket, create some plays down the field with his arms. So that's going to be a big factor in this game as
also, game script. Can you get in a situation where you're up on Michigan, where you can run, you can pass, you can control that game? If they're up on you, then they can just let it go because they know you're going to have to stand back there and hold the ball and try to find Mekhi Lemon down the field. I think the game flow will determine that a lot.
I think this is what's going to be a big thing, too, and I talked about this on the Victory podcast, is if we can get in third and manageable situations, Wink Martindale can't just pin their ears back and get after you because they know we're going to go for it on 4th down. So we can still run the ball on 3rd down. We have 2 downs. They can't get out there and go, all right, obvious passing situation. We're going to get out of our gap integrity. We can still run the ball and then make them play hard on 4th down as well.
And that comes back to Sua. Can USC establish a run game today?
They're going to have to. They're going to have to. Balance is key, and we've seen what it looks like when the Lincoln Riley offense is reliant solely on the pass and the quarterback to be a hero. It doesn't work out, and especially against good teams. So got to be balanced, got to prove that we can be physical up front.
Yeah, in a little bit, Keely Eure will hopefully give us some injury updates. The question around Elijah Page is a big one today. USC's franchise left tackle, you certainly want him healthy and available. That question we don't have an answer to quite yet, but we do have Keely Eure joining the show here for a fan question. Hi, Keely. How are you?
Hey, guys. I'm excited for this one. It should be a good one. Now, our question of the week comes from Cameron, and he's looking big picture. He says, is this game a make-or-break game for USC's shot at the playoffs?
I was sort of teeing that up in the beginning, guys. Kind of for both teams, you're in a tough spot for the playoff. If you don't win this one, the winner feels like they're in a great spot. Sean, passing it to playoff expert Sua Cravens.
I guess technically, no, it's not a make or break because if you lose this game and then win the rest, you are going to the playoffs. So technically, no, but it feels like it. If you lose 2 in a row, you go on the road to Notre Dame, then we have a bye after that. USC fans could potentially not see a win for an entire month. That can change a lot of things. Look at what's happening over there across town as soon as you make one simple change. So, yes, this win or this game means a lot, but no, it doesn't take us out of contention.
I don't even care about the playoffs right now. This is a must-win for this program. This is a must-win for Lincoln Riley. You have a sold-out crowd, one of the best teams in the Big Ten. I know they haven't been playing great the last 2 years, but they are 2 years removed from a national championship. So if you want to make a statement for your program going forward and let them know that we're for real in the Big Ten and we're actual contenders, these are the games that you have to win, especially at home.
You got to make these home games count. To
I
me.
totally agree.
This is what it's about. We talked about how tough it is to win on the road, and you make those excuses about you can't. It's all those things. When you come home, this is what it's about. It's about your crowd. It's about having that advantage. It's about locking them in here. And the Coliseum just hasn't felt like that place for a long time. This is the time. This is a game where it can change that narrative.
I was down there in the tunnel after USC lost a heartbreaker in Ann Arbor last season, and all the guys on Michigan just taunting USC, saying, long flight home, going to be a long flight home. You got to flip that today, right? I mean, this Michigan team, you come in, they come into your house, you beat them, you send them home. They're not landing until tomorrow morning, guys.
Yeah.
Then they remember. Then all of a sudden it's a trip that you don't want to take to L.A.
Yeah. I know what that's like.
Already seeing too many fans here, so I'm already riled up.
Yeah, there's a lot of Michigan jerseys. We're about to talk about their team next. It's the Scouting Report coming up on the Trojan Tailgate Show presented by YETI.
The right way to top a sub is with real red wine vinegar made from red grapes and no food coloring. And the right way to film it is in slow motion. Obviously. Because authentic ingredients make a sub above.
Rediscover your perfect combination at Pechanga Resort Casino, where you can be an impact player, a clutch hitter, or a wild card. No matter what your game is, the excitement and relaxation you're looking for is here. So get back to the fun and play your perfect combination at Pechanga Resort Casino.
As the head honcho at Buzzballs Land, it's my life's mission to make sure that Buzzballs premixed cocktails are as bold and delicious as you've come to expect. One way that we do that is by playing music for the plants, like so. Man, them thing juicy, and you know they round. Take one sip, baby, I'm in Flavor Town. What you want, baby? I'm the Buzzball man. Making them bands with the ball-shaped can. Come on. Buzzball, Buzzball. Buzzball.
Lisa from operations told Hector from sales, who told Chad from IT, who told me this is the fastest and easiest airport around. Spoiler alert, they were right.
ONT's real fast travel for real life.
I didn't even have to wake up early to polish up my slide presentation. Could you hold this for a second?
Because when it comes to your airport, faster is always better.
Do you want some?
Hey, USC Trojans, Abbott and the Big Ten are back with the We Give Blood Drive. Show up to donate blood to help your school win $1 million for student or community health. Score a limited edition USC Trojan tee and save lives. Go to big10.org/Abbott, ABBOTT, to get in the game. And USC Game Day experiences now on Airbnb. We just met with these guys. Book at airbnb.com/USC Game Day. You can come up on the stage and take a photo with Sean, Sua, and Cody, and I guess me. We're back live in the Trojan Tailgate Show presented by YETI. Let's get to know Michigan, this week's opponent, for this week's scouting report.
It's time for the Scouting Report, brought to you by Stone Brewing, proud partner of USC Athletics.
Now we're going to help you get to know today's opposing team.
So many of these Big Ten opponents that we've seen, it's all about the newness. We haven't seen them in years, or we haven't seen them at all. Michigan, there's some nice history between USC and Michigan, obviously mostly surrounding the Rose Bowl, where USC 6-2 over the Wolverines. Sean Cody won one of those games. But now a rematch, too, because it's the first team that we're seeing in back-to-back years in the Big Ten. And Michigan sort of in a transitional period themselves coming out of that Harbaugh era.
Yeah, Sharon Moore, second year at the job at the helm here, and they're 4-1 on the year. Tough loss early to Oklahoma, but they battled in that game, went on the road there. Another good road win against Nebraska. So they played some teams early last week, again, getting a win against Wisconsin. So they played some teams early, 4-1. They're still trying to figure out young quarterback and Bryce Underwood, who's a super talented guy, but still a young quarterback. So they're trying to figure out how to use him. But this offense is the run game. You talk about a guy who can run the ball. Justice Haynes, over 7 yards on averaging on the year. Jordan Marshall, over 5. So these two running backs really get it done for them, and that's what they're going to lean on today in the offense.
Cody, in this era, we know all about Bryce Underwood and his salary and his pedigree and all that. It's just a new era of college football, certainly. It was a very, very high-profile commitment that Michigan got, and they've thrown him into the fire right away.
Yeah, he's a good player, man. He's raw. You can tell that he's a freshman. He makes some of those mistakes, but the talent is there, and he's just getting better, too. He's coming off to his best passing performance last week against Wisconsin, and that's the thing that I worry about a little bit today.
Running.
I don't know if he's quite a dual-threat quarterback. He's not a run-first type of guy because he has been getting it done through the air, but if you don't have a plan for him, whether it's with your rush lanes or you don't have a spy for him, because they'll have some quarterback-design runs, he will make it a long day for this USC defense, and then that's the other guy, Justice Haynes. When you're a young quarterback, you got to have a great run game. That makes your job so much easier, and Michigan absolutely has that.
Sua, do they have the ability to expose USC in the back end the way some other teams have, or would that be kind of coming out of their nature if that's their game plan going into this one?
It depends on how their run game is. If it's to a point where Michigan's trying to pound the rock and USC's getting knocked back and limiting their carries and keeping them in second and long, you're going to have to use Mr. Underwood. He's a 5-star. You paid him to be there. You want to see what he can do, and that's kind of what USC's going to have to do to be successful today. I don't know if he can make I'm not going to say if he can't make the throws downfield. We just haven't seen it yet in an environment where he has to be the guy. We saw him get tested earlier this year against Oklahoma, and he missed some throws, especially in the second half. So hopefully we can create the same type of pressure and atmosphere.
They changed their OC from last year to this year, maybe trying to open it up a little bit. That team that we saw last year in Ann Arbor, that was a game USC should have won, and in large part just because Michigan was completely inept in the passing game. They were so one-dimensional and still kind of found a way. And the reason that they do it, Sean, is because, well, we can sit here and talk about quarterbacks and receivers. Games are won up front, and Michigan defensively, just that whole side of the ball is elite across the board. It does not look like there's a lot of weaknesses on this Michigan defense.
Yeah, top 10 in rushing defense, top 10 in total yards, a bunch of sacks on the year, top 10 in sacks. So, I mean, you go down the list of their stats, this defense is getting it done. And Coach Martindale, he's done it forever. He knows how to play good defense. He's got these guys buying into the scheme. We talked about last year how those two big stalwarts in the tackles were the guys. This year, a little more on that outside, a little more outside pressure. Has some good guys at corner. I like Zeke Berry at corner, good hitting cover corner who can hit. So just you go down the list at every level. Ernest Hausman, good linebacker. Raleigh Rolder, Jimmy Rolder, he's a good linebacker. So at every level have good players, and they know how to play within this scheme, and it look like they know what they're doing when it comes to defense.
Cody, how do you expect Lincoln Riley to attack it?
You know what? I want to have a balanced attack today, and I know we want to establish a run, but don't force it. We don't have to go out into this game and play into who they are. We don't have to go out and say, all right, we're going to dominate in between the tackles. You can still have extended handoffs. Get Eli Sanders on the edge. Get Wayman Jordan on a little swing pass. Get some screen plays going, and then open up the playbook. I mean, we have Jacoby Lane. Hopefully he's 100% today, but you have Mekhi Lemon. You have two great pass-catching tight ends. Force Bryce Underwood to try to play catch-up. Try to get a lead early, take some of those shots down the field and put Michigan's defense on their heels skills all game long.
Clash of styles certainly set to play out today in the Coliseum. I teed this up at the top. I don't know how many people heard it, but the great Juju Watkins is in the house, the National Player of the Year. She's coming up next in the Trojan Tailgate Show, presented by YETI.
The road is calling. Embrace the thrill of the drive. The next chapter of Audi is here. The fully electric Audi Q6 e-tron.
What if you could use retirement accounts to invest in crypto? With iTrust Capital, you can. iTrust Capital allows you to invest in your favorite crypto assets 24/7 with the tax benefits of an IRA. So instead of paying taxes on your crypto gains every year, you can defer taxes till you retire using an iTrust IRA. Or with an iTrust Roth IRA, you can withdraw tax-free at retirement because you're in this for the long haul. Start investing today at itrustcapital.com.
As a lifestyle guard, I help people live their best day in the sun. That means keeping the games going. Coming to the rescue when the floaty is too floppy. And delivering high noon when the cooler's empty.
Oh, do you have any peach?
High noon, sun's up.
We are back live on the Trojan Tailgate Show presented by YETI. I can hear my voice inside the stadium. This place is already filling out. It's going to be a sold-out crowd, and leading the Trojans on the field today will be the National Player of the Year, Juju Watkins, our tunnel captain today. I think the first ever active current student to lead the team out of the tunnel, so pretty cool. Certainly Jordan Moore, Sean Cody, Sua Cravens, Cody Kessler. Juju, great to have you up here. How you feeling? How's your offseason been? What's going on with you?
I'm feeling great. Ready for the game tonight. Ready to see us get the dub. And
yes.
Yeah.
How are you going to get them fired up today? That's the plan.
I'm going to try my best. I'm pretty sure Gavin has done a great job at that.
Okay.
And I know the team's ready. So
you weren't up all night crafting a speech for us on this game?
No.
You're going to skip off emotions. Go off emotions. That way. I like that.
Hey, as a player, do you like a fiery speech? You want Coach Gottlieb to give a real speech, or are you just so locked in?
That's so essential in preparing the team. So, I'm sure Lincoln's picking up some fire back there. So
he's got him going.
I'm pretty sure you were warned I don't ask the cookie cutter questions.
Nobody warned her about anything. Nobody.
Yeah. Oh, I'll keep it friendly. What was it like being thrusted into the spotlight at such a young age? Because we're football players and we wear helmets, so we don't really get glazed like that. I mean, unless you play a quarterback position, I didn't. So what's it like at that age, really having the world at your hands and all those expectations, handling that pressure, school, the whole nine?
I think it gets tough sometimes, but honestly, you're your worst critic, you're your toughest critic. So as long as I'm content with myself, I don't really care about what other people think.
Love it. Juju, you're from Southern California. What has it meant to you to get to stay home and represent USC and wear the Cardinal and gold?
Oh, it means everything. I bleed Cardinal and gold.
Yeah.
So, I'm so blessed to be here. This is literally my home, so I'm proud to be here representing the Trojans today and, continue that legacy.
Can we talk about hair for a second, okay? You have an iconic hairstyle. You got the iconic bun. Do you ever wear it when you're not in a game situation?
Sometimes, maybe for a photo shoot. they'll request it.
Oh, a
But
photo shoot. Okay.
Usually I'll just do like either braids or what I'm doing right now. So
Has it become a superstitious thing? Could you imagine playing a game without it up?
I think I could, but I don't know. It's like a part of the brand now. So
It's
I don't
definitely
know.
a part of the brand.
I have to, like,
You can't change that thing. You play with Troy Polamalu, man. He never cut his hair. Made a lot of money doing it.
Get a nice endorsement from a
No doubt.
shampoo and conditioning company moving
He has
forward.
great hair.
There you go.
He has great hair.
Talk about the team this year. You know, you guys got a new squad members going on the team. What's your expectations for this year and what's going to happen with the squad?
Yeah, the expectation is always high. Whether I'm playing or not, I'm going to try my best to be there and be a vocal, be a leader. But we have a lot of great players this year, so I'm excited to see how it all plays along.
Sua?
I can't help but feel like, you know, our women's team and UConn are slowly becoming rivals, like bitter rivals.
Yeah.
If you know, just happen to be around for that game, is that a different outcome?
I mean, I don't know. It's all. You can't really say. You can't go back and change what happens.
Well, I'm gonna say it. Yes, 100%. Yes.
We did play UConn, and Juju was around last season, and that result speaks for itself.
Yeah.
As a road game, so you know she doesn't have to speak for it. I just tell you the results. We were 1-0.
Objective truths.
With Juju on the court.
Yeah, and Jordan brought it up earlier. I might be biased, but I think Coach Gottlieb is one of the best in the country right now in college basketball. What's it been like getting to learn from her the last couple of seasons?
She's so intelligent, and she's a player's coach. So I'm so happy I get to play with her, and she's literally become like part of my family. So somebody that I rely on, and just a great leader. So I'm really glad to be able to learn from her.
You know, Juju, these guys are in the locker room or they're on the field warming up, and, you know, you can feel the anticipation, right? This place starts to fill up. They're a big game, national television, huge brands going against each other. You've thrived in that situation. You've been so good against UCLA. You've been so good in these tournament games. And talk about the game at UConn. What's your mentality if you're these guys in this situation? Are you getting nervous? Are you just focused? Do you listen to music? Where's your head at as we sit here like an hour before a huge game?
An hour before, probably. No, I'm not napping. But I'm.
Do you nap before every game?
I try to. I play my best when I take a nap. But I'm probably listening to music, stretching, just locking in for the game, talking to my teammates a little, see where their head's at. So it's just really about blocking everything out and just locking in.
Do you ever get nervous?
Oh yeah, I definitely get nervous. Like I'm nervous until first quarter ends.
I'm nervous right now interviewing so I'm trying to keep it cool right now. My kids are super excited. We were talking today, but you know, the WNBA concluded the other night.
Yes.
Last night.
Yes.
Was it last night?
I think so.
Yeah,
last night before.
Yeah. Vegas takes it. You get a chance to watch that game. What was your take on that one?
I did. They were just the Aces were so dominant the whole series. It was crazy to see. I'm glad to see Asia come back with some more hardware. She's literally killing it right now, the best. So I'm just happy for her and happy for that team.
You know, you're not just leading the team out of the tunnel today. You're being honored on the field for the National Player of the Year. I mean, obviously you have so many goals when you come to a place like USC. When you came to college, you know, what does it mean to tick that one off and be recognized in obviously historic company?
Yeah, it's like the greatest honor, and to be able to bring back hardware to SC. We haven't had a championship yet, so to be able to bring that back, it means everything. And also pay homage to Cheryl Miller and the players before me who got that honor.
That's Sua's friend, Cheryl Miller.
Best friends. Apparently y'all are neighbors.
Cody, this is where you bring up your basketball career.
Are you giving me a chance? If I told you Juju averaged 30 a game in high school, would you believe me?
No way. I gotta see.
We'll check tape.
Okay,
Stay tuned after the show. I got him at home.
All right, Juju's going to lead the squad out today. She's going to be on the mic. Okay. She's going to lead them out there, and she's going to get that dub today, right?
Yes, sir.
Hey, there's a QR code up on the screen for everyone's in the house. Scan that. Finish the show with us, and we'll take you all the way up till kickoff, where Juju Watkins will lead the team. Thanks so much,
Fight
Juju.
on.
Appreciate having you. More Trojan Tailgate Show presented by YETI next.
Rediscover your perfect combination at Pechanga Resort Casino, where you can be an impact player, a clutch hitter, or a wild card. No matter what your game is, the excitement and relaxation you're looking for is here. So get back to the fun and play your perfect combination at Pechanga Resort Casino.
You've earned this, so hold it up high. It doesn't just have great bones. It was the backbone of your community. So you breathe in new life, grinding away to make space for tomorrow, for your people. This isn't just a restoration. It's a revival. Because you're always willing to double down on your neighborhood. You are a fighter, and this is your reward. Modelo, the mark of a fighter.
I'm 1,000 miles from nowhere, and there's no place I'd rather be. I'm 1,000 miles from nowhere, and time don't matter to me, 'cause I'm 1,000 miles from nowhere.
Hey Trojan fans, this is Coach Lincoln Riley. I'm encouraging you to customize your Wells Fargo debit card or open an account today. Show your Trojan pride with every purchase. You live like a Trojan, so why not pay like one too? Go to wellsfargo.com/Trojans to get in the game. Wells Fargo is proud to be the official retail bank of USC Athletics and Trojans everywhere. Wells Fargo, helping you to pay like a true Trojan. Bite on.
Ocean views, magical sunsets, a luxury resort like no other. Discover Terranea, located along the stunning Palos Verdes Peninsula in Southern California. Book your getaway to Terranea now at Terranea.com. Back live in the Trojan Tailgate Show presented by YETI. We just had greatness up on the stage and Juju Watkins. I'm always joined by greatness and Sean Cody, Sewell Cravens, and Cody Kessler. We got the whiteboards out for this week's Cardinal and Gold Report.
It's time for the Cardinal and Gold Report.
The Cardinal and Gold Report.
Presented by Pechanga Resort Casino, proud partner of USC football.
Well, you know, Sewell never gets to play the over-under game on Trojans Live. So in his honor, we're going to do a super over-under for the Trojan Tailgate Show. And this is Sean's favorite segment, Sewell. So if you need any explanation, Sean's always here to explain it. So let's start with this one. Over-under 30 pass attempts for Jaden Mayava today. And to give you a little context, he's only been over that number once this season. But it was against Illinois where he had 43, so he was way over. His first 4 games, he was averaging 24 throws per game. So over under 30 pass attempts today.
One quick question. Is this what we want or what we expect to happen?
What we expect to happen.
Expect to happen.
Sean says over.
I'm going to go over. I think we'll be over. I think Michigan's tough defense, man. We're going to throw the ball.
Gonna go over. Yeah, I think USC's at their best when we're attacking downfield. We don't necessarily need to pass every single time, but it's just natural for this offense to at least go 30+.
I'm going over, too, and I'm going what I want to happen. Let it rip, man.
Okay.
Put the ball in his hands. He's
so
ready
you were talking
for this.
about balance earlier. What the heck?
You can still be balanced. Let's get 70 plays today. Let's go 30 of them throwing the football. Let's get out there and get after him and attack him down the field.
Speaking of balance and running the football, how about over under 4 yards per carry for the USC offense today? Maybe that doesn't sound like a lot to people out there, but Michigan's defense gives up 2.1 yards per carry on average, and the USC offense averages 6.4 yards per carry. So 4 is kind of like meeting it in the middle. What do you say, Sean? Going over.
I'm going to go with the big over on that one, Jordan. I think the Trojans getting done in the run game. Yeah, maybe it's not the most physical game, but I think Lincoln does a good job of scheming that run game up.
I'm going to go under because this is a top 10 run defense, and any defense giving up more than 3 yards a carry is a defense that is in trouble and can't get off the field. This is not one of those defenses.
I'm going over. I agree with Sean on that. I don't think it's going to be 4 yards every carry, but I think we're going to have some explosive plays in the run game like we did last year against some of the Penn State, some of those big games. I think Lincoln Riley's going to dial it up and find some home run hits on the ground today.
Yeah, that certainly has been the story of the run game at home, all the explosive plays that we have seen. Speaking of explosive plays and explosive players, his name is Mekhi Lemon. Does he go for 120 yards receiving today? Over under 120 yards for Lemon. He averages 117.8. Sean's quick with the board. What you got?
I'm going over quickly. He went for 150 the other week, and he got 75 yards taken away, too, so he would have been over for 200. I got 120 easy for Mekhi today.
I'm going under, and not because Makai's not going to have a great game. It's because he's going to get so much attention. He's going to free up a bunch of other guys, especially our tight ends in the run game, which is why Makai won't be as productive.
I'm going under as well for that exact reason. Wink Martindale knows how to take a player out of the game plan. I think they're going to focus on Makai Lemon, Jacoby Lane, some of these tight ends. Maybe it's new kinds. Another guy's going to have to step up and make some plays today.
Let's switch to the other side of the football. Was last game an anomaly, or is that what USC's front is? Because in the beginning of the season, it was all about the sacks and the TFLs. Over under 2.5 sacks for USC's defense today. The Trojans had 4+ sacks in each of their first 3 games, but just 3 total sacks in the last 2 weeks.
I'm going under on this one, Jordan. You got to show me again, man. You got to prove it to me again. Get your guys out there. Also, Michigan not giving up a bunch of sacks, and Bryce Underwood could be quite slippery back there.
I'm going to go over, and it's because Michigan's going to get caught in a couple boots. We're going to crowd that box, and you're naturally going to have free edge rushers, especially in play-action game. We should get lucky with a few naked boot sacks.
I'm going to go under as well. Michigan has a really good offensive line. Bryce Underwood can hurt you with his legs. But the big reason I think it's going to be under is because I don't know how many chances they're going to get today. I expect Michigan to come out and make it a point of emphasis to run the football. So I don't know if we're going to get a ton of pass rushes in this game.
Yeah, it's a good point. Will he just sort of stand back there like we were talking about Raiola earlier? Or, really you're probably going to have to get them on the move today. Okay, one more, guys. You've mentioned him a couple times. His name is Justice Haynes, an Alabama transfer who's come over to Michigan. He leads the Big Ten in rushing, 125 yards rushing for Justice Haynes today. He averages 130.8 rushing yards per game.
I got him for the over, and I think it's okay if he goes over 125. You don't want to get closer to 200 or 180. You got to keep him at 125. I think you really slow down this offense.
Going over, and I don't think there's anything USC can do about it simply off of how many touches that he might get today. 30-plus touches, he's bound to go 100-plus.
I'm the offensive guy, and I believe in the defense more than these guys. I'm going under.
I do too.
I'm going under. We're getting the job done today. This front seven, Danton Lynn's going to have them ready to go. Rob Ryan's going to have the linebackers.
Big bye week, right? Bounce back on the bye week.
We've had 2 weeks to game plan for this offense. I'm going under on this
I think so much of this sport is emotion, and I think the emotion's going to be there today between the bounce back, between the sold-out crowd, between the two great opponents. They got to be geared up foaming at the mouth to stop Justice today. Let's see if they can do it. All right, let's see if these guys can do it. It's time for Name That Trojan, America's favorite game.
Ontario International Airport, a proud sponsor of our USC Trojans, is thrilled to bring you that moment you've all been waiting for. It's time to Name That
Trojan. All right, you guys know how to play. You get up to 3 clues. I believe Sua won the last one. He jumped in and had, I believe it was Buck Allen, and he knocked it out early. So let's see. Fingers on non-existent buzzers. The first clue for Name That Trojan is he's the second player ever to start 4 Rose Bowls.
Ooh, I got it. Brian Cushing.
Brian Cushing is correct.
I knew I did. I knew I had it. I studied all week, guys. I studied Jordan. I knew Jordan was going to have a Rose Bowl question, and I studied Rose Bowl. Wait till Pete Arbogast sees me with this Rose Bowl trivia this week, baby. I'm ready.
I did not know this fun fact about Brian Cushing. That's a pretty great one. The other one is Archie Griffin at Ohio State. So it's Brian Cushing and Archie Griffin.
Well, I used to play with Brian. I used to say, "Hey, man, did you ever get tired of playing these Rose Bowls?" He's like, "Man, every year was like the Rose Bowl. We got the same gift bag every year."
Remember, he told us that story when we had him on the show. His dad didn't even want him coming here, and he ended up falling in love on a visit.
The last one was New Jersey's own. That was clue number 3. The pride of the Garden State, but we didn't even get there.
Bang! I'm on the board. Have I scored?
He was also the 2007 Rose Bowl defensive MVP against this Michigan team. So, Cush, a great one. Certainly need that kind of defensive performance here today against Michigan. Hey, all of a sudden, we're getting close to kickoff here, guys. We're going to hear from Lincoln Riley next, coming up in the Trojan Tailgate Show presented by YETI.
The road is calling. Embrace the thrill of the drive. The next chapter of Audi is here. The fully electric Audi Q6 e-tron.
Hey man, do you have a non-alcoholic beer that
actually tastes good? I think you mean athletic.
Excuse me? Do you have that great non-alcoholic beer?
I'll set it.
you have a favorite non-alcoholic beer on the menu? Ah.
Athletic it is.
She's funny.
Join me as I take a deep dive into the least insulted ticketing app in history, SeatGeek. Did SeatGeek invent the ticket?
No, but we do make them work.
Drum roll, please. Ooh, how do I use the Seat View feature?
It shows seats with a pole blocking the view. Don't buy those.
What if I want to sit behind a pole?
Buy those.
Join me as I bore you to death with a series of interviews about a ticketing app that just does what it's supposed to do.
What if you could use retirement accounts to invest in crypto? With iTrust Capital, you can. iTrust Capital allows you to invest in your favorite crypto assets 24/7 with the tax benefits of an IRA. So instead of paying taxes on your crypto gains every year, you can defer taxes till you retire using an iTrust IRA. Or with an iTrust Roth IRA, you can withdraw tax-free at retirement because you're in this for the long haul. Start investing today at itrustcapital.com.
Back to the Trojan Tailgate Show presented by YETI. Sean, what month is it? It is very hot.
Yeah, it's October. It's supposed to be feeling like fall here. When I woke up this morning, I saw my thing. It said 72. It's not 72 right now.
I think most of these Michigan fans are probably from Southern California and just happen to live out here as Michigan alums. But if they're coming out from Michigan, this is quite a different climate that we've got going on here as we prep for Halloween, and it's 80-plus degrees here today. But we're prepping for a big one, USC versus Michigan coming up. Let's hear from the head coach now, Lincoln Riley.
This is your prescription to win, brought to you by USC Pharmacy.
Proud partner of USC Athletics.
USC Pharmacy is operated by the USC Man School.
Learn more at pharmacies.usc.edu.
Coach, it's the classic matchup between two iconic teams in a sold-out Coliseum. What's your team's mindset heading into this one?
Yeah, we're excited, Keely. It's it's been these bye weeks, always feel long, especially when you got a great game and a great opponent coming in here. And so, these are the types of games that you dream about, and the iconic matchup, as you said, to the greatest college football programs of all time, and it's exciting. I mean, you have to think a handful of years ago before this Big Ten change happened, to think that we were going to have USC Michigan in the Coliseum here. I mean, it doesn't get any better. So we just honestly can't wait for it to be here. It's like preparation's pretty much done now. So it's like, hurry up and get kickoff here and let's go.
You've spoken before about how football is a game of responses, and given the bye week and how you guys focused on yourselves, how did you see your team respond in that sense?
Yeah, I thought they handled the week well. I mean, we tried to. Honestly, I think the big deal for us was not trying to maybe peak too early. You're so excited to kind of get back on the field and to go play this game. But it was, I thought the team did a good job of really locking in during the bye week on really working on us, addressing things that we need to improve at, that are going to need to be better here in the second half of the season, and then obviously started transitioning, to more, prep for Michigan. And so, they've been spirited practices. They've been very competitive. We got a lot of good work. I thought the guys handled the week well, but it feels a little bit like fall camp right now, in that they're not tired of practice, and you can just tell they're just really ready to play.
In terms of Michigan's offense, it seems like it's powered by a really explosive run game. How best can you defend that? Yeah,
that's been the key, for them is their running back has been able to pop, a couple of big runs a game, and that's really been the things that have got them going offensively. So, I think there's a couple things. One, you got to do a great job closing down space, because typically big runs are either the running back has too much space, or he makes somebody miss at the second or third level. And so that's where most big runs come from. So naturally, those are the two things we got to do well. We got to close space. We got to really tackle. We got to leverage the ball correctly, make sure that the ball doesn't get outside, and use our help. And that's going to be really key against a really good player.
it seems like a signature of Coach Martindale's defense is showing you multiple looks. And I'm curious from the perspective of like a Jaden Mayava, John Ray Reed, how do you prep but not over prep in that sense for what you're going to face?
Yeah, no, I think that's like a cat and mouse game that we all on all sides of the ball play every single week. It's like how much to look into what somebody's done, how much to think about what they might do, your responses, but at the same time, you still got to just go play football too. So, no, Wink's a really good coach, obviously decorated coach, challenges you in a lot of different ways, but, we challenge it too, and that's kind of the fun in it. So, yeah, it's, I think, one of those matchups that we're all looking forward to.
Alrighty, Coach, thanks for your time and good luck on Saturday.
All right, thanks, Keely.
Coliseum, Jordan, Sean, Sua, and Cody, and now joined by Keely Yor, who is back on the sideline with us. And this is an all-hands-on-deck kind of game, Keely, so please tell me that you have some good news for us in terms of player availability.
Look, I have some good news, and then I have an open question mark right now based on the timing of our segment. But the only name that was surprising on the injury report for USC was actually tight end Lake McCree, who's third in reception yards for USC so far this season. But I can give you good news. He is fully dressed. He's going through warm-ups. He was just doing routes on air. So he looks good to go. We'll see with that. A name that we didn't see on the list was Jacoby Lane, but that's because he is out here and looks good to go. So
nice.
Interesting to see that he will be back, even though we didn't really hear much about him from Coach Riley this week. Now, the other two names are obviously Elijah Page and Alex Graham. Now, Alex Graham is out here and in full pads going through warm-ups with his fellow DBs, but I haven't seen if that's something where he's going to be like getting those reps, trying to get back into it. It didn't seem like he was fully ready to go based on what Coach Riley told us at practice this week. And then the one question mark I have right now is Elijah Page. Now, if you guys remember against Illinois, he did come out and do the initial warm-ups, but he didn't end up playing. And that's the same thing we've seen so far today. He did initial warm-ups, and I believe the rest of the team just came out right now. So if our producers can spot Elijah Page, they will be able to update me right now, but he did warm up. So that's the gist right now. And then as far as Michigan, the only questionable name for them is number 70, their junior transfer right guard. He was listed as questionable, so they could be out their starting guard, right guard.
Keely, Lake McCree may or may not be my best in the game picks, so would be really good to know whether he's playing.
Oh, yeah.
Keep him on the fence.
I'm just saying he may or may not be. I don't know. We haven't gotten to that segment yet, but that would be new news to me. Producer Gia says Elijah Page does not have pads on. Is that what you're seeing too, Keely?
I cannot see there's a wall of recruits, I will be honest with you, so I do not see that. But 72 is in a hoodie, according to producer Gia. So that's your update. So no Elijah Page this game once again.
No bueno, Sean.
Not a good thing, but the Trojans have had some reps without their left tackle. So they played the move around shuffleboard of offensive linemen this year. They've done it before this year, so hopefully they can with John Ray Reed move those guys around. Tobias Raymond, Justin Taunau, make do with what they got, and then they've been pretty productive with that group too.
Yeah, offensive line has been really solid so far for this season for USC. But as we said earlier, this will be their toughest test to date. We'll see how they handle it. Just so you know, there's more home games to come. So there's single game tickets on sale. USCTrojans.com/tickets. Get there and get the remaining tickets scooped up for Northwestern, Iowa, and the surging UCLA Bruins. We're surging into our final segment coming up on the Trojan Tailgate Show, presented by YETI.
Intensity doesn't ask for permission. In the fit, it's presence. On the turf, it's power. In the gym, that's discipline. In the shadows, under pressure, off the clock. There's no on or off. It's just who I am.
All right, team, listen up. There's a national blood shortage. Big Ten schools, how do we get students, fans, alumni to donate? Hit me. Give them merch. Not quite like that. Who can beat it? Chance of the President's Suite? Classy. Campus concert. Keep the ideas coming, team. Don't let your school get one up. Save lives and help win your school $1 million. Hey, whose hand is that?
Being the best takes hard work. It takes early mornings, planning, precision, sweat, sacrifice, and teamwork. That's why Old Dominion Freight Line, the #1 national LTL carrier for quality, works hard to be the best in the game and is proud to support those striving to be the best in their game. Old Dominion Freight Line, helping the world keep promises.
One final segment of the Trojan Tailgate Show presented by YETI. We just reported it, but there you can see it if you're streaming with us on YouTube. Elijah Page in a hoodie. That is not the look that we want for him on an 84-degree Saturday afternoon, but the Trojans will make do and fight on. That is what they do. That is what we do. It has not been a perfect show for us either. Appreciate everyone that hung out with us and made it through some technical difficulties and got to the end here. Jordan Moore, Sean Cody, Sua Cravens, Cody Kessler. Always our pleasure to hang with you and get you set, and this should be a special one. This is USC versus Michigan. It needs no introduction, but we've provided a 90-minute introduction and a lot more to come with Pete Arbogast, Sean Cody, and the rest coming up after this. Let's talk about our picks, though, guys. The winner last week was nobody because there's no winners when the team loses.
Would have been me.
I believe it would have been Sua Cravens. That is correct. Sua Cravens is the leader in the clubhouse, though. He's got 2 points on the board, and I'm tied with Keeley, one apiece. Sean and Cody are just patiently waiting there.
It's a long game. I'm playing the long game. It's a big loss for Sua, though.
I'm letting everybody build that confidence.
Lemon pick. That's a big loss.
Yeah, you burn your Mackay pick, man. Roll the dice. Roll the dice. Sometimes,
lead a horse to water, you know.
sometimes it comes up sevens. Okay, what do we got this week? Hey, is Keeley there? I heard somebody say something. There she is. Keeley, who's your pick?
So this is some podcast co-host synergy. Cody talked about how Wink Martindale is going to try and take away the big threats, so Tanuke might get some run today. And he's my pick for the game. Let's go Tanuke.
Tanuke Hines.
I like it.
Yeah, I heard Cody mention earlier. I figured he was teeing up his own pick of Tanuke Hines. Who are you teeing up, Cody?
I am using the quarterback card today. I'm going with Jaden Mayava. Hey, when you're a kid, when you play quarterback, you dream about playing in these type of games, and I expect 14 to go out there and dominate and make the most of this environment.
Like I said at the top, I'm not sure anyone heard it, but I said at the top, if Jaden Mayava is the Trojan of the game today, that means USC won and he balled out.
Yep.
That means he's a top 5 Heisman candidate come early next week. Jaden's been that good, and he has a showcase to be even better here today. Sua, what's the word, man? From the leader. What's the leader have to say?
Gonna go Eric Gentry. You know, heavy run game. We need our guys to be guys. Can't help but feel like he's gonna have some timely knockouts, another peanut punch, maybe even a pick today.
Turnover man, Eric Gentry. I had him against Illinois. He did make that one heroic play. Could have been one of the heroes of that game, but the Trojans couldn't quite get that last stop there. They need more from EG, certainly in the run game today. What do you say, Sean?
I'm going to go with Eli Sanders. I'm just playing the game here a little bit, guys. You know what I mean? You got to play the game here a little bit. I love Eli Sanders. Hope he has a great game here. But when someone picks Jaden Mayava, not a lot of chance for the rest of us playing the game. Sean Cody.
Yeah, the quarterbacks tend to get the love if the result goes USC's way. Lake McCree is a warrior. I don't care what the injury report says. I'm sticking with Lake McCree. I don't do any of this last-second shenanigans like some of the other people up on this stage and this set. Lake's my guy. We've seen him be a warrior. He got hurt in the Michigan game last year. It derailed his whole season. There he is out there in full pass. He's going. He's going. No question about it.
I think I know what's actually happening here.
Oh, now you know. You're getting in my head.
You're trying to little finger Game of Thrones us right now. Really, you know, Cody picked the quarterback in which nobody else has a chance of winning. No. So now you're okay if Lake doesn't play, because not only do you not waste the pick because it doesn't count if he doesn't play.
Counts.
He's a quarterback, and it's a free sacrifice.
He's going to play. Michigan, it's like a tight end kind of game, right? This is where you lean on the tight end.
Yeah, look at Jordan.
You said you
scrunching your face doesn't make it a tight end type of game.
You guys took the under on Mackay Lemon. So where are they going to go? They're going to go to that physical tight end so they can load up in the run game, and then they can hit Lake McCree. You know I'm right, Sean?
I know you're right, Jordan. I'm with you, buddy.
Hey, speaking of this type of game, though, and something we didn't talk about during the broadcast, I know we got a little bit of time here before we're done. I am so curious to see how we start, because you've seen it before, Sua. It is so tough. even after a loss, to now have to sit on that for a week and you get in a rhythm early in the season, and then you got to hurry up and wait and take a break. I think a big thing in this game is going to be how USC starts, and they got to start fast if they want a chance.
And one of the things we talked about in the Illinois game was they got embarrassed by Indiana, and so everyone goes, oh, they're bad, Illinois can't block, and all of a sudden they came out and they were super physical. Well, now they're saying that about USC. USC soft up front again. They can't stop the run. It's the Trojans that need to respond with the emotion, energy, and intensity that it takes to beat a physical football team.
Yeah, if a week of getting chewed out by the coaches on every single position, and this crowd can't get you hyped for this game, man, I don't know what will. So the Trojans should come out with a ton of energy today.
Sue, final words from you, brother.
Stop the run, tackle, play as a team. Don't be Superman. Just do the little things right. And if we have a chance in the fourth quarter, I believe that our offense is better than theirs, and we can win this game.
Any more cliches? Would you like any more cliches you'd like to say?
Hey, I want to ask you right now, as a defensive player, Sua Craven's getting ready to play in this game. What's going through your mind?
I'm about to go stupid. I don't know about everybody else.
Yeah.
I'm about to go ham. Count on 2-1. I'm good.
I love it.
I would love it if 2-1 was out there today. I'm not going to lie to you.
That was genuine.
2-1.
That was genuine.
Game. I saw him ball out in some big games. We need the next generation to do the same thing today. Hey, I said it. No introduction needed. This is USC Michigan, and it's next on the USC Trojans Media Network.
Hey, Trojan family, it's your boy, Jakeem Stewart. Enjoy the game. Fight on.
Trojan fans, Elijah Page here. Welcome to the Coliseum. Cheer loud. Fight on.
What's up, Trojan family? It's EG here. Welcome to the Coliseum. Enjoy the game. Fight on.
What's going on, Trojan fans? It's Makai Lemon. Welcome to the Coliseum. Enjoy the game. Fight on.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the United Airlines field at the Los Angeles Memorial Coliseum for today's matchup featuring the visiting Michigan Wolverines and the home team, your University of Southern California Trojans, home of 138 national championships. We hope you enjoy the entire game day experience this afternoon, and we remind you to please follow the Trojan Spirit Code by showing respect for all fans in attendance. Thank you, and fight on. USC has assigned a high priority to assuring all athletic events are conducted in a safe and enjoyable atmosphere in compliance with the Trojan Spirit Code. Please respect all fans in attendance. For immediate assistance during the game, please speak with the closest usher or security personnel. To report any incidents of fan misconduct, please call the Los Angeles Memorial Coliseum Fan Behavior Hotline. That number is 213-263-4007. Or you can text Coliseum with your seat location and a description of the situation to 213-263-4007. Again, that number is 213-263-4007. We do thank you for your cooperation and hope you enjoy the game. Fans, be sure to sign into the USC network Fight On for faster service. Fans, snap a selfie and tag it with hashtag USC Selfie, or scan the QR code and upload your photo. You just might see yourself up on the video board during today's game. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter and Instagram at USC_athletics. Everybody, take out your phones right now and scan the QR code that's on the video board for a chance to be featured on the big screen. Presented by Coke Zero.
New York. You're with head coach Lincoln Riley. Coach, it's a classic matchup between two iconic programs. What opportunity awaits your team tonight?
Yeah, as a competitor, this is what you live for. Two of the greatest college football programs of all time, evening game in the Coliseum. How does it get much better?
Sold out crowd tonight. How can the Trojan family help fuel your team?
We need this place on fire. This got to be an unbelievable atmosphere. Our guys can't wait to play. We'll see you soon. Fight on.
Just go anywhere, open seating, anyone. Lock it back, please. There's not a black. Hold on 1 second. We want to get back to our football.
Members of the Trojan family, presenting the Spirit of Troy, the University of Southern California Trojan Marching Band. Band, take the field. With drum major Zach Eggleton, twirler Michelle Johnson, and the SC Silks. Featuring the world-famous USC song and spirit leaders, here is our double platinum hit with Fleetwood Mac, Tusk. To honor our great nation and those serving in the armed forces, will you please rise and remove your caps? Joining us on the field is a representative of the SoCal Pipe Trades, CPMCA, and IBEW NECA of LA County, proud supporters of USC athletics and our military veterans. Today, we honor this week's Student Veteran of the Game, a Marine Aircraft Flight Control Systems technician out of Miramar who was deployed to Japan in support of Marine Aviation Squadron 12. He is currently in his senior year at USC, studying political science and public administration, and is set to graduate in May of 2027. Please join us in welcoming Ramiro Acosta as our Student Veteran of the Game and thanking him for his service. Please remain standing and join in singing as the Trojan Marching Band, under the direction of Dr. Jacob Vogel, plays our national anthem. Collegiate football's greatest battle cry, Conquest. The Trojans mascot, Traveler. spirit of Troy, the University of Southern California Trojan Marching Band.
Fans, we'd like to thank iTrust Capital, the official crypto platform of the USC Trojans, for their support of USC athletics. Joining us on the field for today's game ball presentation is Deputy Athletic Director Jay Hilbrands, who will be presenting the game ball to Kevin Maloney, Trevor Gregory, and Todd Kolker of iTrust Capital. Thank you, and fight on. Trojan fans, here are today's Audi keys to the game.
Make sure no one sits right here in this precinct. Stay
Watkins stays with it through everyone. Watkins has a couple on her, doesn't matter. Back to Watkins. She's getting everything. Blocked again by Watkins. Team count and career high continues. In terms of blocks, she's got 7, and then the assist.
And now, please turn your attention to the tunnel and your tunnel captain for today's game, 2025 Naismith Award winner, Juju Watkins.
Let's go on, everybody on their feet right now, guys. Let's beat the Wolverines. Fight on. The Trojans, oh fuck. Trojans are coming in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go.
They want moving on matter. Pass out the matters. Pass out the matters. Moving on matters. She's on my body. She's on my body. And that's on my keys. I can't with nobody. You know what this is. The facts and the books. We just do the party. What you listening to is that?
Belly on table big. White gold leaf fall on the belly. The emerald cut for her. That's on point like ASAP ready. I'm talking about. I carry the weight.
And now, taking the field, your USC